Ladies and gentlemen, we arguably just got the biggest Switch 2 leak of all time. And this isn't just coming from some random person online. This is directly from Nintendo themselves. It puts a lot of things in perspective, and it's kind of mind-blowing. You know what? Let's just get right into it. So yet another Switch 2 leak, and this is coming from Nintendo themselves. And you know we always say Nintendo's going to do something strange, wacky, unorthodox. Well, that's exactly what they did. It gets weird. Before we get started, make sure you hit a like and subscribe if you could. And remember, Tuesday night, Halloween, we're having a huge stream on Twitch. Come and hang out with the community. If you want to win some eShop gift cards, down below is a link to Discord. Submit some fan art if you would like. And we're just going to have a huge Halloween party starting 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to just hang out, give away some prizes, and just have a real community get together. So that option's there if you would like. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Nintendo patents dual screen gaming device that can be split in half. Do I have your attention yet? Like I said, Nintendo's always like, what the hell can we do that would just blow people's mind? There's always a gimmick, you know? We had the GameCube being the cube. We had a Wii with motion controls. We had Wii U being a screen and a console. We had the Switch, which is removable Joy-Cons. This probably is the weirdest and wackiest I've ever seen. The recent Nintendo patent looks an awful lot like the 3DS, but the device can be split in half. The two separate halves can communicate with each other wirelessly, allowing two gamers to play together on the same device. While connected, the two halves play together like a DS or 3DS. Interestingly enough, there is also a touchscreen on the outside of the console, which allows gamers to interact with the handheld even when it's closed. Talk about some futuristic shit, dude. This is insane. Just describing it to you, I hope that you see how wacky and weird it is. But wait until you start seeing this thing. This is figure one right here, and it just looks like a DS, a 3DS. I actually have a DS right here on my desk. So it's essentially this, but it looks like it was folded backwards. So both screens would be on the outside, it looks like. And then when you open it, it looks exactly like a 3DS. This is making me very, very happy. This is exactly what I feel like Nintendo should do moving forward. Yeah, so this is how I guess you would, if you're playing by yourself, this is how you would play. But it can be pulled apart and each screen can be handed to a person. I don't know yet how everything works. Also interesting to note, the device appears to be a handheld only device. With the Switch, Nintendo has combined both its handheld and home console markets given the hardware's hybrid nature. One of the few things fans know about the successor is Nintendo's planning to use Nintendo accounts for the smooth transition to a Switch 2. With that understanding, it seems unlikely that the Switch's follow-up will differ from the current iteration too much. Yeah, dude, I just looking at this thing, it's like hard to wrap your head around it. There's so many things that could go right here, but also, I guess, hinder it. This, since it can like switch to two devices or to one device or however it works, this still would align with the labeling of a Switch, because this device can in fact switch. It switches from this to that, so it's interesting. But would they even call it a Switch? Lucky for us, this isn't the only leak we have today. A Korean leaker claims Switch 2 is currently known by the pseudonym Super Nintendo Play, uses game cards like the original Switch, has Super Famicom SNES button structure. So this was a leak that actually came out recently, that they're going to go back to the same color scheme as Super Nintendo stuff, and will be a hybrid indoor-outdoor console, but will not have a Switch-like dock. We couldn't see the color scheme of that previous patent, but this kind of looks like it's playing into that exactly. A couple other things that add fuel to the fire about the speculation of the Super Nintendo concept or whatever, the color scheme, is in the recent trailers for Super Mario Thousand Year Door and Mario RPG, the color of the buttons that have appeared on screen were those of the Super Nintendo like colors. And yeah, I feel like Nintendo's subtly dropping hints. The crazy thing is, this is the second Nintendo patent we've got leaked or revealed in like the past 2 weeks for handheld consoles. I think Nintendo's going to drop an entire line of just new consoles. There's going to be whatever the hell this console was today. There's going to be just a standard lower budget light version that's just a single person can only play with it. I think Nintendo is going to drop something again, that will be revolutionary. Now, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You could think so outside the box that when it hits, it's amazing. It's groundbreaking. But if you go too far outside the box and then people can't understand what you're trying to portray or what the concept really is or what you're trying to capture, then it's off-putting and people are just like, I'll just stick with my Switch. So there's a fine line between being a genius and a madman, and Nintendo can go either way. So I think Nintendo realized being able to play multiple people on one console is a huge draw. Like the Switch, I can hand you a Joy-Con, I can have a Joy-Con, we can play together. Well, what's one more step than handing you a Joy-Con? Well, what about handing you an entire half of a console? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this? Do you think Nintendo's going too far with these designs and concepts? Do you think it will work? Do you think it won't? Please let me know your opinions down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, come and hang out on stream Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. But you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.